Our next card is the Queen of Cups. Traditionally, when upright, this card can indicate compassion, nurturing, emotional maturity, deep intuition, psychic sensitivity, empathy, understanding, and care for others. Also, emotional healing, sacred feminine energy, a loving partner, counselor, healer, or artist, creativity rooted in emotional depth, calm presence, or emotionally attuned leadership. When reversed, this card can mean emotional overwhelm, codependency, suppressed feelings, moodiness, hypersensitivity, lack of boundaries, people pleasing, being out of touch with intuition, manipulative or emotionally unavailable behavior, difficulty distinguishing others' emotions from your own, or retreating into fantasy and emotional withdrawal. The Queen can represent water of water. Because it's cups, it is a water card. Because it's the Queen, it can represent water of water, the purest embodiment of emotional depth, love, and intuitive wisdom. And queens represent receptivity, mastery, and maturity within their element. And she rules the heart and soul, offering empathy and connection without losing herself. So the water in this card with the Queen of Cups, it's total. So this card represents total immersion in water. So when it comes to emotion, intuition, healing, creativity, and the subconscious, this card is total immersion in water into these elements. She's like the still lake, the healer, and the spiritual mirror. Astrologically, this card is associated with Cancer, which is most common. So it represents nurturing, loyalty, protectiveness, and deep sensitivity. However, it can also reflect Pisces' dreamy intuition and Scorpio's emotional insight. And this card has a strong lunar or moon influence. You'll see that the Queen is sitting on a throne by the sea, and this represents emotional presence and wisdom attuned to the tides of life. You'll see that there's a closed cup that she's holding, and this can represent her inner world is sacred, that her inner world is sacred, private, and intuitive, and she doesn't reveal her heart easily. You'll see that there are angels, seashells, and water motifs. But this can represent connection to divine love and spiritual care. And then the calm sea surrounding her is a representation of holding space for others without being emotionally overwhelmed. When asked yes or no, this card can mean yes, especially on emotional, creative, or healing matters, and it encourages empathy, receptivity, and emotional alignment. When it comes to timing and seasons, this card can represent midsummer, which is Cancer season, or emotional or creative periods. The time in this card is marked by nurturing energy, sensitivity, or healing relationships. So the time, if you're asking about time, it can depend on the nurturing energy, sensitivity, or healing relationships. Depends on that context. The Queen of Cups can represent the counselor, healer, artist, or spiritual guide, and can represent a person in your life or aspects of yourself developing emotional wisdom, depth, and calm power. So that there is the Queen of Cups. Let me know down in the comment section below if you have any additional interpretations to add. Thank you for watching.